Okay, so the next doll I'm going to talk about is the doll I did of Parsi from Toho, which was a commission from my friend Mozart. Say hello, Mozart.
Hello! Hi! What's my name?
Welcome. This one's interesting because this is the first doll, I guess, in this little video where this character doesn't belong to you, and it's like a comfort character rather than an OC. So
Yeah. Am I the only one who hasn't?
yeah, spoilers.
Yay, spoilers.
But yeah, so I'm just gonna ask you a few questions about the creature.
Feature me up.
So first question, what do you think of the doll now? What do you like most about it, and what do you think I could have done better?
I think it's a very good size for a doll because the thing I like the most about it is that it displays very nicely because it's like it fits in places. It's the perfect size to fit in places. It's not too large so as it doesn't fit in like a bookshelf, and it stands and sits by itself because of just the nature of how big it is, and I think it's just very comfortable to hold. As well as the fact it's just very cute, but it's just like wonderful display doll, I think. Yeah, and it's like held up together very nicely. Now obviously I take good care of it so there's no like mildew and it's not near water, but it just like the yarn is held up very nicely. None of the stitchings come loose, and part of it's, you know, I'm a good caretaker of the things I own, but also just the doll itself is constructed well. You've changed it since you started doing this, Paul, but I think that the embroidered eyes that you've done on your recent dolls look cuter than like eyes that are on the Parsi doll, which are like button eyes.
Yeah, like safety eyes.
Yeah, so I think it would have been cuter if they were flat and maybe with like a few more facial features because it's like just very no facial features at all whatsoever, which I think has its own charm, but I think I prefer your more recent style of doing the dolls. Aside from that, I think it's like basically anything I could ask for in a crochet doll, I think.
I see. It's actually surprised me. I've gotten very positive like stuff so far. Like people being like, oh, I really like the doll. It's very holdable and very like comfortable. Like you, Lyra, and Kat and Antonio all said the same thing where it's like, it has its own charm. I was expecting more critique in this video than just, I like it.
I mean, I think you're very good at what you do. And I think the doll pattern that's used is just a good one. So it's like there's not much, when it's like a good pattern and a good crocheter, when they come together, you get a real good doll. And you know it's good because I like keep it up next to my Fumo, which is like a $60 plushie. And I think I love them both equally.
Fair enough. Second question. This is actually going to be interesting because, again, not your character. What does this character mean to you? What is the story behind it? Less so character lore and more so like the meaning of this character to you.
Of all of the Toho characters, I think Parsi is the one who I just emotionally connected to the most of the cast, which is pretty crazy because she's got kind of a terrible personality. Like her whole thing is that she's very jealous and kind of two-faced and kind of awful. And you know, that's like a very outwardly negative character trait. Like, yeah, I felt kind of like just seen in it. Like when I was getting very into Toho, that was like the exact kind of character that I felt reflected my personality at the time and what I felt was bad about myself. And then I loved Parsi even though she was like kind of a dirtbag.
Would you say like that was kind of a result of being in like middle school / high school kind of environment, like learning to socialize type of thing?
Because remember, it was my 8th grade year of middle school. That was when the pandemic was happening. So like a very vital time in my life where, you know, usually you socialize and like get socialized. I was stuck inside.
Understandable. I guess final question. Rate the quality on a scale from 1 to 10.
Einstein. Very well made doll. I love her.
10 stars. Wow. Alright. Thank you so much for coming, Mozart.
It was no problem. I'm happy to talk about myself.
Alright, so the next doll I'm going to talk about in this little list is a doll I made of the character Smokey, who is another original character of a friend of mine. I have Troy here to talk about it. Hello, Troy.
Hi, Troy. I'm Troy.
Yeah, you're Troy. You can't say hello to yourself. That's weird.
Oh, hello. Not myself then, people listening.
So I just wanted to ask you a few questions about the doll, blah blah blah. So first question, what do you think of the doll now? What do you like most about it, and what do you think I could have done better?
My favorite feature is his belt loop. I like that he's got the little like string. I've been meaning for a while to get a like actual like little sword to put there for him. That's my favorite feature. What you could do better if you had like plexiglass glasses, that's the only thing I can think of, but that's expensive and would fall off the face. So he hangs out with me basically every day because he sits right in between my monitors and gives me strength while I game.
It gives you the power to do whatever you do when you game.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know, I'm not a gamer.
it's okay. Everyone's a gamer in some way.
Second question, what does this character mean to you? What is the story behind it?
Super Smoky Starstorm has a convoluted origin at this point. Started off as just, I always have pictures of cats with cigarettes as my profile picture, and then I had Sean draw him with the Gurren Lagann star glasses on, and then he eventually turned into the character he is now through Broken Picture Phone that we used to do, because he kind of became my, like, insert character there. That I hope to do something with one day. I think ideally I'd like to see him as, like, the star of a series of music videos or something, but that's a lot of work.
It was originally like kind of like a self-insert, but he's kind of evolved into his own character type of thing.
Yeah, in his own canon, he's a story come to life, essentially. It's like when you look at your cat and you imagine them as something more, you know, hunting bigger birds, and it's not a spider. He's all those stories you told to a cat come to life.
That's cute. The doll was a commission originally. I did a few other commissions before him. I don't remember much about it because it was so long ago, but I remember distinctly the ears and like face details were fun.
And so he's got his little tufts under his ears, because one of the big things about Smokey is that his whole shape is supposed to be kind of star-like, you know?
And I tried to replicate that, and I think I did okay considering I wasn't super experienced at the time with crochet yet.
Yeah, his face is kind of simplistic. He's just got the nose and then the star, but I actually think that's like lovely because, I don't know, stoic.
I'm glad that he's held up too, because his tufts and stuff I remember are held in by like coffee stirrers that I just sewed into place to kind of like give it structure.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's got little pockets too. I have a rock I got from like some witch store in Boston. There's a certain rock that I was like, this rock feels powerful, and so I bought that rock and I brought it home, and it lives in his pocket.
That's so cute. Oh my god. Final question for you. I would like you to rate the quality on a scale from 1 to 10 when it comes to Little Smokey here.
For a handmade product that I remember paying a very, very reasonable price for, I'd say happily an 8 or a 9. Like, it's obviously, if I was dunking it in milk and throwing it against walls, it would fall apart, but it lives on my desk and nothing has come off, and I've never worried that anything has come off, and I'm quite satisfied. It is Smokey, you know?
Well, thank you for your time, Troy. I'm very glad that you still like your little Smokey.
My constant companion. He sits right there. I look at him every day.